Good day, mates. Nearly lost here. Welcome back to Asagao Academy. Last time we left off, we were baking stuff in the kitchen with Shane. And we were just talking about how perfect these cookies that we made are. Let us proceed. The smell was so good, in fact, that Shane and I couldn't stop ourselves from eating a huge chunk of them. Gooey, warm, and crisp. To force ourselves to stop eating them, we decided to pile them together onto one large platter. There's a bunch of plasticware on the other side of the kitchen, I think. Let me go have a look. Don't worry, I'll take them over. I lifted the tray in my mitted hands. Hana? I stepped forward onto a patch of water that had splashed out of the sink. My foot slid. My eyes widened. Ah! The cookies flew into the air in slow motion. One rose just in front of me, rotating in the air, glistening like a garnet. So close! I closed my eyes tight, ready to succumb to my untimely death, but instead of the hard floor, I hit something softer. Something warmer. A cloud, perhaps. Shane caught me. Oh, it was Shane's arms. Okay. I immediately separated from him and glanced at the floor. The cookies were spread across the room, most having landed on their jam-filled tops. They were unsalvageable. Ah, it's the butter principle. Tears pricked my eyes, but I clenched my fists and held them back. This wasn't the time. Not when we were having so much fun. Tossing our cookies. A small sniffle escaped from me. Then something gently pressed against the top of my head. It was a quick pat, nothing else, but it eased my heart. It's okay, we've got some sandwiches to make. I took a deep breath and straightened out my skirt, trying to stay positive. Now it's your to get ready for. It's tomorrow. Nervous? Only a little. I figured. We still got class this morning. Let's make those sandwiches and head out. Oh, we're right. Let's get to it. I woke up the next day, butterflies flying through my stomach. The tournament. How would things go? How would they go? They're going to go well. I had months of time to prepare, but in the end I didn't spend much time practicing, especially not compared to Ian. Would I really be able to beat him? I had to if I wanted to join the Norwood's Club. But at least I had the picnic with Shane to look forward to. So long as I didn't mess this up. With these thoughts in my mind, I changed my Asagao uniform and crept out of the room. It was early on Saturday morning, and after a late night, I wanted to let my sleep. I stepped out into the fresh spring air, taking a deep breath. My event was one of the first ones to go, so I had to be there earlier than most. Also took a little time to get to Higginbana. It's been a while since we've been there. I set my shoulders and started across the campus. The arcade at which the tournament was being held was much smaller than I expected. I felt like I'd find some kind of convention, but instead it was a small local arcade filled with machines. A small room split off, which was probably where the individual competitions take place throughout the day. A few people milled about the space, generally older folk in their 20s and 30s. I glanced at the agenda in my hand and made my way to one of the back rooms. When I entered the competition room, I found two chairs on an elevated platform, computer and projectors sitting between them and hooked up to separate controllers. Ian sat in one of the chairs, looking bored out of his mind.
Good morning.
Ian!
Hey.
It's about time you showed up. I was starting to get worried you died. Oh, it's sweet of you to be concerned. Is it? Yeah. I got into the chair next to him. A man came over to me to check my name and club affiliation. I said I was a member of the Norwood's Club. A small surge of pride making me sit up straight, so I said it. There were chairs lined up for people to watch us compete, and to my surprise, the entire room soon filled. I searched the crowd to find the Norwood's Club. Hey, there they were! I waved quietly at Shane, but... Shane stood from his chair and, as I watched, left the room. What happened? Hell, even John and Gerard looked concerned. As I stared wordily into the crowd, a blur of movement caught my eye. Luke was sitting in a chair on the fringe of the audience with the rest of the Hidden Block Club, waving frantically at me. When he saw me looking, he gave me a big thumbs up. Ian rolled his eyes. We hadn't seen Luke in this entire route until now.
Really?
Would it kill you to root for your own teammate? I giggled. Finally, the lights around us dimmed and the projector started up, showing the main menu of Dumbledoo's Revenge on screen. It was time to start. As the MC began his introduction and explained the rules of the game, Ian turned to me, a smirk on his face. Sure you're ready for this?
Yeah.
You bet I am. Ready to go. The man turned to us, Ian and I nodded. Then, 3, 2, 1, start. The game began. I immediately clicked to fill my screen with 2 more lines of blocks. Ian began working with what he had. I scanned the blocks through pink cards, eliminating them one by one, making combos where I could. I still wasn't advanced enough to plan out Cthulhu's combos ahead of time, but I could make it much more likely for combos to happen through probability. The pinks were all but gone, green leaves were next. Dumbledoo started flipping at the top of the screen, Ian was comboing, which meant I had a few seconds before those blocks would fall. I set up a combo on top of the screen and started eliminating the orange blocks below it. Then it happened. A sixth combo jumped out at me from on the screen. My eyes crossed, I stared at it in shock. I just had to move the top block over one space. Then as quickly as I saw it, it vanished. The blocks looked normal again. You're dead! As Ian's blocks fell upon my humble kingdom, I set the combo into place. 2, 3, 4 combo, 5 combo, 6 combo, 7 combo, 8 combo. Ian's attack converted into blocks and hovered above mine. I set up several more combos, waiting for them to fall. 10 combo, legendary! Dumbledoo started farting out rainbows over Ian's zone, then... blocks. So many blocks. They come in torrential downpour, all over Ian's side, sliding from off to the right and back again. Ian blinked. His hands and eyes moved frantically over the screen. I wasn't sure he'd ever seen something like that before. I sure had. I continued combo while this was happening, but at this point there was no need. Ian's screen filled up. He kept trying to make comments till the very end, but... game over. That was it. I won. I stared, dumbfounded at the screen in front of me. Ian's mouth hung open. The room was silent. Then...
whoa!
Yeah, Hana!
Aw, yeah!
I knew you could do it! I glanced up to see the room applauding. All of it, even him, Black Club. The announcer was gaping at the screen. I've never seen a score that high! Certain I was right as a tomato, I stood to climb off the platform. Not so fast. Ian stepped in front of me, grim as always. I braced myself for his infamous sarcasm. But to my surprise, he laughed.
Hana.
That was a hell of a game, Hana. That's exactly what I wanted from you. He held a hand in the air. I looked at it in confusion. Don't leave me hanging.
Yeah.
Woo! I high-fived him and he clasped my hand in his. Thanks, Hana. That was fun. Then he disappeared into the pressing crowd. I scrolled through them as well, eager to find Shane. See? I did it! I won the tournament! I wanted to shout at him and rub it in his face for not believing in me, much as he tried to near the end. As I got out of the room, I realized Shane wasn't there. He never came back. But why not? Oh, his event's up next! Of course, that's why! I had to go cheer him on. I dashed into the main arcade room, a smile I couldn't wipe off plastered onto my face. By the time I found him, Shane was already sitting down next to Jeff. A large projector screen stood at the front of the room, which was lined with dozens upon dozens of chairs. This is apparently quite a popular event. Seeing the other Norwoods members gathered together in one of the front rows, I dashed up next to them and grabbed a seat.
Hana.
Hana, ready for this? I sat up straight and cheered on Shane for us Norwoods as he chose his racer. He picked Sal, an anthropomorphic salamander with black skin and orange spots. My personal favorite, he was lightest and made sharp turns. Jeff picked Frogbert. He was a massive frog, quite the opposite of Sal. His turns would be wide, but his acceleration speed let him go fast if he wasn't turning. He was a hard character to play, but if you knew how to play him correctly, he could be considered the best. He was fun and Mai loved him, but Mai was terrible with any character. I had first-hand experience of this. Each person chose their own track, and then there was the final track, Rainbow Race, the dazzling multicolored spectacle inspired by the prettiest acid trip ever taken. To my great surprise, rather than a regular MC presiding over the race, instead PBG stood in the front of the room and grabbed a microphone. Okay, each racer has chosen their best tracks, and now we're starting. Who do you think will be the winner? Probably Shane. Hey, Jeff has just as much chance as Shane does. PBG laughed. You're right, you're right. May the best man secure the win for their team. A small tadpole floating on a bubble of water wafted from the side of the screen, counting down to the start of the race. 3, 2, 1. PG pulled out a checkered cloth and waved it wildly as Tadpole squealed, "Go!" Jeff and Shane both spun out at the starting line. What the fuck, PBG? Where'd you even get that? PG shoved the flag to the floor and grinned sheepishly. I always wanted to do that. It's fine. Just don't do it again. The first race was Jeff's choice. It felt more like a drag race than anything else. It was one straight line, but there were a lot of obstacles to avoid on the track. Jeff won, unsurprisingly. Sal just bounced everywhere. Luckily, Shane pulled into a tie in the next race, where Frogworks' ability to make short, quick turns really pulled a number on him. Finally, it's time for Rainbow Race. I could see the strain in Shane's face, his jaw clenched tight. You can do it, Shane! A slight smile across his face. Then a race was selected. PG raised his checkered cloth again.
No!
They said it themselves. 3 seconds after a word left their mouths, the race began. Shane started off in the lead for an entire lap till Jeff hit him with a blue slime and sped ahead of him. So, this game is like Dragon Quest and Mario Kart mixed. Dirty move!
Yeah, alright!
You snooze, you lose! Or, you Shane, you strain? Don't do this to me, Jeff. Shane was now struggling to catch up to Jeff. I bit my lip. Shane, kick his ass! In the last 3 seconds, Shane pulled ahead and crossed the finish line in first place. Holy shit, Shane won. John jumped up from his seat and hugged PBG, nearly knocking him over. Jeff shook Shane's hand, pulling each other into a bro hug. John lifted a fist into the air, bellowing through the room.
Yeah!
Normal Boots wins! After a few minutes, the cheering died down. Shane's face still slightly pink approached me.
Hey.
Thank you for the support, Hana. And good job. What? You mean you're not mad at me? Why would I be angry with you? You up and walked out in the middle of my event. Oh, right. Sorry. Didn't want to make you nervous and ruin your event. I glared at him. I didn't buy that. Apparently Gerard didn't either.
Hold the phone. What?
But Shane, I thought you said it was Hana that made you nervous, not the other way around. Shh! Oh, well, that makes much more sense. Ugh. Shane smacked his own face and shoved Gerard away from us. I smirked at him. I get weird feelings when you're around, and I was afraid it would compromise my racing skill. You mean butterflies in your stomach? Oh, ... That's so cute. Shane, those are normal. Well, they need to get out. Shane and I ambled around the arcade, playing random games as time went on. He recited almost encyclopedic knowledge of every game we encountered, so much that it made my head spin.
Did you know?
Did you know? There are only 40 copies of this cabinet in existence. No, Shane, I did not know. Finally, it was time for the MC to announce the winner of the tournament. We all crowded around him as he preened in the spotlight, a bright grin on his face. Thank you all so much for attending our tournament this year, brothers. Did we win? Both Shane and I won our events. Not everyone won their events, though. Cough, Sean, cough! Surely. And the winner of this year's tournament is... the Normal Boots Club!
Yay!
Yay! Yes!
Yeah.
I almost did MC voice. We did it! I screamed and clapped, and we stormed on stage. Your poor MC didn't know I hit him. As we celebrated, Jared grabbed the microphone.
Alright.
Everyone, I am pleased to announce that we have a new club member in our midst.
Hana.
Hana Mizuno, where are you? Shane took my hand and gently led me to the front of the room. The crowd cheers. I tried to find somewhere to hide my face. Welcome to the club, Hana. Something warm and soft covered my shoulders. I turned to see Shane lifting my very own Norboots jacket over my shoulders, a blush lighting his face. Welcome to the club.
Shane.
Shane? When the celebration finally ended, Shane and I walked back to Asagao hand in hand. Ooh. I told you I could do it! You did. I'm proud of you. Are we still on for the picnic tomorrow then?
Yeah.
Of course! I'll pick you up then. I think... Shane stopped mid-sentence, only blinking at me.
Bye.
Okay, have a good day. He turned on his heel and stalked away. Again, without me. Wait, what? I hoped he wouldn't make a habit of it. Shaking my head and drawing my jacket closer around me, I head into Primrose's house. I almost couldn't sleep. I was excited, so excited and nervous. Mai poked fun at me. Who gets this excited over something as chill as a picnic? But then gave me a soft pink blanket just before we turned in. It's my favorite. It'll bring you lots of good luck. With that in hand, I rose early and got ready for the picnic. I was still sleeping. The tournament took place the same day as one of her biggest games, and I doubted she would bother getting out of bed before noon. Do. Oh, sorry. Shade knocked, right on time as always. Just before I went to the door, I passed my new Norwood's jacket. With a grin, I slipped it over my shoulders. The newest member of the Norwood's Club.
Hey.
I see you're up on time.
Yeah.
Of course I am. Ready to go? Yup, I even remembered to pick up our sandwiches. My heart stopped as I turned to the basket in my hands. I forgot. Calm down, Hana. I've got them. He packed the sandwiches on top of the basket, then took it from me with an easy grin. Let's get going. The day wasn't as warm as I would have liked, but at least it was sunny out. The weather report was right, for once. As Shane and I made our way to the picnic field, we traded jokes and comebacks. I prepared for the day. I was definitely going to impress him. Okay, so, have you heard of this one? Did you know? In a 1999 game, The Tour of Worlds, hackers have been able to dismantle the code of the game to extract symbols. Well, yeah, that was actually the Tour of Worlds too. Jeez, fine. Did you know they recently cryptographed these symbols and found out they form a secret phrase?
Relay?
It said, I bet you can't decode this. Shade made a noise akin to something coming out of a horse. Dix, what's even the point? I know, I wanted to be something more meaningful. It's by Santum Studios, right? Terrible. Though, good fact, I didn't know that. I became beamed, happiness blooming within me. Hey, don't let it go to your head.
Hey.
Does this spot look good? Anyway, it's fine. It's up to you. Let's set up over there then. I set the basket down in the grass, and Shang hung the pink blanket over his arm, reminiscent of a butler. Can you lay the blanket down while I get the plate set up? It was colder than I imagined it would be, but I spent so long preparing that there was no way anything big would go wrong. I should be more confident in myself. That's why I thought, right as I pulled 6 spoons out of my basket. What? There are only supposed to be 2. Something wrong? Shane flapped the blanket open. We watched it float to the ground like a butterfly. Yeah, actually, there are 6 spoons in here. Shane shrugged. So? No, you don't understand. There are 6 spoons. That means... My hand searched the rest of the basket, almost frantically. That means there are no forks. That's it. We can make do with it. We don't have any fork with the items anyway. Fork with the items anyway. We don't have many of those. Excuse me. He sat down and started helping me unload the basket. I put a hand out to stop him.
No.
I need to check if anything else is wrong. My voice wavered, but only slightly. He sighed and reached behind him. Out of his backpack, he pulled a fork. I brought this just in case. In case what? In case. You can use it. I Alright, thanks. I accepted the fork, but still. It wasn't that I needed a fork, it was that I forgot it in the first place. I tried my best to push it out of my mind, taking our sandwiches from the basket. I might have messed up, but at least I knew these are good. Shane helped me make them, after all. Turkey and avocado for me, ham and cheese for Shane. As I relished in my first bite, I tried not to worry. Shane was right, it wasn't a big deal. The cool breeze invigorated me and I decided that I was going to have a good time no matter what.
Hey.
How's the sandwich? Good. I smiled, covering my mouth in case there was something in my teeth. As it did, a small wind kicked up. It was a chilly wind and I shivered. Then a drop of water hit my glasses. Oh no. Is it raining? Shane paused mid-chew, putting his palm into the air. I don't feel anything. Like him, I gazed up again. There were some clouds, but they were mostly the fluffy white ones. You're right, I need to calm down. But it was hard to stay optimistic at this point. Shane must have noticed the look on my face because he slipped his hand into mine. Ah! I spat out the ground, willing my palms to stay dry. Sorry if my hand is sweaty. We were worried about the same thing. A foolish idea came to my mind. I did my best to hide my grin. It feels like you just washed your hands and barely dried them. Shit. He released his already loose hold and tried to wiggle out of my grasp, but I held on. Nope. Don't worry about it, really. A cold drop hit the top of my head and I looked up. Now it's time to worry. Dark clouds are moving in fast above us like God drawing a blanket over the sky. Another drop splattered against my cheek. No. Looks like it's gonna rain.
No!
No, the weather report said sunny all day.
Well...
Sometimes those can be wrong, Hana. I let go of his hand and held my palm towards the sky, daring another drop to fall. Shane's eyes are on the sky as well. Weather reports aren't always accurate. The dark clouds pillowed above us, but still I refused to believe it. Shane put his hand out again for me to hold. Let's just go back to the dorm. We can have a picnic another day. It's not a big deal. That's not the problem. I know you can have a picnic any day. I know I can make more fish sticks and crumpets and...
What?
Crumpets? He's still on about that? I just want one thing to go right, Shane. Just one thing. Everything I've tried to do for you, with you, ends up a total mess or almost killing you. Maybe some of it was bad luck, but after a while, the conclusion was that I was the problem. A gust of wind blew through. Several drops landed on me, dotting the lens of my glasses. Shane seemed at a loss, and I didn't blame him. Not only was making me ruined by rain, but now I was ruining it with my stupid emotional outburst. And now I'm making it even worse. My voice cracked. Hana? The dam broke. My tears fell freely, as did the rain, right on cue. Shane put a hand around my shoulders, but even through bleary eyes I could see his jacket getting wetter and wetter. I shrugged off his touch. From the first moment you've met me, you absolutely hated me. When I was wanting to join club, you warned everyone against me. When I asked to be in the tournament, you told me I couldn't do it. I made those crumpets, those damn crumpets. Last thing I wanted was to cause you pain. The soporific skies seemed to be emptying out all they had at this point. Maybe you don't hate me, but... Shane raised an eyebrow at me. Rain dripped off his nose. And this might have not have been true, but... Hana? He said it like a warning. He wanted me to spit it out. I balled my hands to fists, gathering all of my courage. I was finally going to tell him. I felt like I was just a replacement for Emily. Shane stared at me in shock. I would have thought time stopped had droplets of rain not continued dripping off his hair. He was so taken aback that I faltered. Was I wrong to feel this way?
No.
You want? But... No buts, Hana. Ach, no buts, Hana. He stepped closer to me. We were only a few inches apart now. You're more than anything could have asked for, could have hoped for. Emily was holding me back, and I her. You Helped me bloom. Another step. He closed the distance between our soaked lips. The flood in my mouth cleared, and a bed of flowers burst into life in its place. I instinctively leaned into it, at that moment feeling protected from the entire world. Shane brought a hand to my neck and pulled me closer until our soaked garments were one. Finally he pulled away, his thumb resting on my jawline. Beads of water hung off his eyelashes. I do like you, okay? You. Just hard for me to show it. The darkening skies were interrupted by a clap of thunder in the distance, for an instant illuminating us both in a flash of white light. This is still so scary for me. He was smiling so sincerely that it was hard for me to look at him. But I know I'm okay, because it's with you. I like you too, but you knew that, right, didn't you? He smiled sheepishly and nodded. Bah! Most of his years spent trying to ignore that fact, probably. Shane glanced at the sky, then turned to his magical backpack. And the CG, oh god. This is great. He unfurled the umbrella above us, a gentle smile on his face. You! I was thinking you might forget something like this.
Shane.
Shane? I really wanted to kiss him again. I put my hand to his face and moved forward, our lips connecting a second time. I thought this would happen at the Flower Festival. Really now? I completely forgot you were going to draw me. You kept saying things like, are you ready? And, are you okay? It was suggestive, alright? Shane laughed as I imitated his low, sultry voice. Sorry it took so long. His ball-jack smile warmed the depths of my rain-soaked heart. He put a hand outside the umbrella, shaking his head. How about we get back to the dorms? I nodded. It was getting cold in these clothes. He held his free hand and I took it again, this time with no doubts in my mind. I yelled at myself the whole way back. Sorry, giggling. When we got to the dorm, the rain had already darkened the sky to the point where I couldn't tell whether it was day or night. You're not doing anything else tonight, right? No, I'm really tired. Crying her eyes out usually did a number on a person. I think Gerard's gonna be at John's too late tonight, if... He trailed off, eyes glued to the floor. I leaned forward to catch his attention, hands clasped behind my back. If?
Well...
I got the new Dog Cup movie. Aren't you inviting me to watch a movie in your room after quiet times are almost over? I'm trying. And do you think that I, Hana Mizuno, the first No Boots Club member in years, am going to risk attention for you? Jane gaped like a fish.
Yeah.
Well, you thought right. Let's go. I led the way, if only because I was already in front, and opened the door to his always clean room. Once again, I put my room to shame. Shane went directly over to his spick-and-span bookshelf. He slipped out a yellow DVD that handed to me before grabbing his laptop. The cover of this DVD was a graphic design disaster. The yellow background so bright it was blinding, overlaid with a terrible red font. Drops of blood hung off the letters symmetrically, and the main character on the front. It was a police officer with the head of a beagle. This doesn't look good. Shane doesn't seem to care. Shane crawled into bed next to me, pulling a light knitted blanket over us. I swallowed hard. Don't think about being in a boy's bed, Hana. You're just watching a movie. Just a movie. Focus.
Yeah.
It's going to be awful. Did you watch the first one? I shook my head. I never even heard of it. Shin didn't seem like one for indie films either. A friend from England got me into them. I like one of the actors. Nothing happens in the first one, so you're not missing much. I looked down at the cover again, tracing the bloody 2 with my eyes. They could even choose a German Shepherd. You know, an actual police dog. Don't judge the dog by its face, Hana. That's true of any dog. I threw his pillow at him, which he blocked with ease. His sly grin was interrupted by the telltale signs of an itch in the nose. I'm not imitating the sneeze. Oh no, getting sick? I realized I was still holding the pillow as if I were going to swing it again. I put it down, Shane winced, fingers pinching his nose. Maybe it's the dust. He eyed the pillow, then the blanket we were sitting under. You know, if you want. If I want. I only tried once in this room. Excuse me?
Yeah.
A blanket fort. That did not go where I thought it would. Shane chuckled at my face.
Well...
It is a little drafty in here. A pillow fort could be fun. He lit up like a Christmas tree. I laughed. I'll get off then. Shane grabbed the blanket I was sitting on, a wicked expression adoring his face. Don't you dare! He pulled. I rolled straight onto the floor, squeaking in surprise. Then I scrambled to my feet, face on fire. Shane! I threw him a pillow as hard as I could at him as he clutched his stomach, doubled over with laughter. He yelped a bit and clasped his right pinky, pure pain on his face. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Still clutching his injured little finger, Shane gawked at me.
What?
Did you just say shit? I covered my mouth. I only said it once in the previous episode as Hana. I guess I did. I never heard you swear before. Not when I called you a pizza shit? Whatever. What have I done? You've made a fool of everyone, what? Now that I thought about it, Shane swore a lot around me. I learned from the best. More importantly, your finger. Did I hurt it? He made a face and shook out his fingers again. No, I think the pillow just hit it wrong. Man, a broken finger because of pillow?
What?
It's broken?
No.
No, I was exaggerating. Oh, okay. Achoo! God dang it. I rubbed my nose, eyes tearing up. I don't suppose you're allergic to dust either? Not that I know of. Shane grit his teeth and looked around his room. I knew exactly what he was thinking. We were getting sick. At least to wait until after the tournament. Yeah, but exams are next week. Right. Stress settled like a cloud over us, but that was no good. I grabbed a blanket that Shane pulled out from underneath me. Where should I put this? The fort won't build itself. You know, since I only have one blanket, let's tuck under Gerard's mattress. As Shane and I built the fort, memories flooded in from the beginning of the year. I was a little upset and homesick, and I pulled together a fort in our bedroom. Shane hated me back then, but now I was making the fort with him.
Yeah.
Perfect. We stepped back to admire our handiwork, a single blanket hanging from Gerard's bed and clipped to 2 chairs. Maybe a lot more perfect if you had more than one blanket.
Yes.
I have a bunch of pillows. He pulled a second pillow from his bunk, immediately chucking it at me. Wait, are they really bunks at this point because they're actually separate beds? Whatever. Okay, I deserve that. Raising an eyebrow, I picked it up. Shane pulled another pillow from his arsenal, eyes glinting. He was no pillow fight casual. The battle was long and hard, small bits of fluff and feathers exploding from the pillows as we attacked each other. Finally, I was exhausted. Shane bopped me on the head of his pillow and I sent off balance, falling onto his bed. I couldn't stop the giggles from pouring out of me. You okay? Shane peeked inside the sheet curtain and stretched out his hand to help me up. I threw my pillow at his face. You worry too much. And Hana's missing her bow. I smiled and laid back against the pillow. Oh! I sat back up and ran a hand over the back of my head. I looked behind me, spinning in my sitting position. My bow!
What?
And she notices. Huh? My bow! It's gone! I twisted every which way, panicked as I looked for the red ribbon. It's been gone for a few minutes.
Really?
Really? And I didn't notice? I patted the back of my head again as if it would suddenly reappear. I didn't think it was important enough to mention. It's important. Okay, well, let's look for it. Yeah, it has to be in here. Really got knocked off when I was jumping around. We searched under the bed, across the room, beneath the blankets, but nothing turned up. I forced myself to stay calm. I'll keep looking for it, but for now, maybe we should just forget about it.
No!
No! I shot at him, and Shane's brows instantly knit together. Sorry, I need it for my luck. You're cute without it. His compliment bounced off me. Ineffective. I needed my ribbon.
Hey.
If it's that necessary, I'll buy you another one. Thanks, but I need to find this one. He blinked at me, then moved to the other side of the room to search again. I felt bad making Shane tear apart his room for me, so I tried to think of a joke. Why are pirates called pirates? Dang, I already regretted this. I don't know. Why? Because they are. Shane sneezed from under the bed. He sat up and looked at me from his position on the floor.
What?
Say that again. Couldn't hear. Because... Oh, never mind. He raised his eyebrows again. I changed your mind. It was too painful. He chuckled, then crawled back under the bed. I paused, taking another sweeping look around the room, to tap them on the leg. I think I'm gonna give up for now.
What?
What? Why? It has to be in my room somewhere. Don't you worry, do it efficiently. I felt bad for stressing him out. Let's just get my mind off it for now. Sure. He wiggled up from the floor and sat on the bed. Want to start dog cop then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shane patted the spot next to him. I sank down to join him. I rested my head on his shoulder and yawned. But we haven't even started yet.
Well...
I was up all night setting up this picnic for you. I'm sure Dog Cop will wake me up. It sounds so exciting. Despite being so close to each other and in his bed, Shane was almost completely fixated on the movie. He didn't move a muscle, just stared at the screen as though his life depended on it. Made me feel kind of bad, but he did mention he liked one of the actors. Oh no, I felt another sneeze coming on. We both achewed. Shane sighed, reaching into the darkness and dropping a box of tissues in front of us. As we continued to watch, my neck started to hurt. I shifted a bit with a sniffle, trying not to disturb Shane too much. He let me adjust as I was still glued to his laptop. I took this chance to sneak closer to him, closing the small distance left between us. I turned to face him, but he was already looking at me. We both smiled. We weren't movie talkers. The dog cop, whose name I learned was Boulder, was traveling across the California countryside. He was looking for his long-lost love, a miniature schnauzer. Or should I say, miniature schnauzer doctor. A dog doctor, dogter? Named Peanut. I rolled my eyes. They embraced passionately at the reunion, talking about their future together. After the 12th minute of this, Shane yawned. I nervously touched the back of my head again, still no bow. So you still think I'm cute?
Yes.
Of course. He turned to me, but kept his eyes on Mr. and Mrs. Dog for as long as he could. Maybe you should try different hairstyles, find one you like. But I do like it tied back, too. He shrugged, gaze flickering back to the touching scene on screen. Yeah, I'll grow it out again. Again. It's definitely been back from us in my life. Until about a year before I came here, actually. What made you cut it? Nothing specific, it just sort of happened. He glared at me, and I knew the answer wouldn't fly with him. I didn't choose this hairstyle, per se.
What?
What? Your dad? No. Then who? I sighed deeply, not wanting to spoil the mood of something like this. Well, I was bullied for most of my life for my hair. We don't have to talk about this if you don't want to. I should have told you sooner, then maybe... I stopped, but Shane made a face. I bit my lip. Maybe you would have stopped targeting me because of my hair. Not that you still do, but you definitely did earlier in the year. Shane lowered his head, both in acknowledgement and apology. Okay, now I'm more curious. It was one of the biggest reasons I moved here. Shane quickly tapped the spacebar, pausing the dog's big frolic. Then he gave me his full attention. I guess it's story time. I invited my best friend over to a sleepover. Most of my former friend group had abandoned me, but she was still there for me. I didn't even originally want to have a sleepover, but my dad insisted. He said he saw that I was struggling and didn't know what to do. When she came, things were just like old times. She didn't mention any of what I was being accused of. Which you may have learned of in Satch's route, or maybe in Jared's route, maybe. I felt like maybe things would eventually get better. I fell asleep with her at first. I woke up to the sound of scissors snipping. Michelle was holding pink locks of hair and laughing. My hair, she cut it all off. My dad was understanding. He kept telling me it was cute and everyone would like my new haircut. I didn't go back to school after that. That's why Dad spent all of his money to get me an Asagao. It was the only way I agreed to go back to school. Honestly, I didn't think I'd get in. The day before I left, I was so anxious about my hair. My dad came to my room with a red ribbon. He said it was my mother's. He tied my hair, and for the first time in a long time, I felt cute. You were always cute. Well, maybe, but I didn't feel that way. I was amazed I didn't cry talking about all of this. It was the hardest few years of my life, but with Shane next to me, they didn't seem too terribly bad. Shane blinked at me for a few moments, then reached to the side of his bed. Then he tossed a pile of papers into my lap. I read the title, The Best Flower in the Garden. What is this? I opened to the first page. Inside was a watercolor comic about a boy and a girl. The girl had pink hair. Shane was standing with a plainly dressed boy who almost looked like... No, she was standing with a plainly dressed boy who almost looked like Shane. They seemed to be friends. In the beginning, the boy was afraid to get close to the girl, whom I could now put a name to, Emma. Emma had bright beams of light coming off her, and the boy kept trying to reach the girl inside them, but couldn't. I skimmed through the page after page, and soon the boy got his own beams of light one by one after spending time with Emma. On the last page, they were holding hands in a garden, rainbow lights coming off them both.
Shane.
Shane? Hana, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I should never have judged you or made fun of your hair. Shane's fine, completely fine. You don't think the comic is weird? Of course not. It's beautiful. It really is. I looked down at the cover in my hands, reading the title one more time. Remember when you told me in the rooftop garden that your name means flower? The most beautiful flower in the garden?
Yeah.
Of course. Shane pulled me into a hug, warm and comforting. I buried my head into his chest, inhaling deeply. He was wearing cologne. Oh! He stopped suddenly, pulling back. Something slithered out of the back of my jacket. My bow! It must have fallen down back there. See? You would have found it eventually. I quickly tied the ribbon back into my hair. How's it look? You look perfect. I buried my head into his chest out of pure relief. Thank you, sincerely. George's probably gonna come back soon. It's past the hours I can be here. I didn't really want to leave and end this roller coaster of a day, but I could understand that he would want me gone. I wheeled around, trying to get my things at the edge of the bed. But Shane wouldn't let me go. At least finish Dog Cop. I rolled my eyes, pretending to be mad. Shane saw through it, and I slouched back into his arms. And so we finished Dog Cop in silence. Boulder saved the world with his dog guns and crazy dog one-liners. He settled down with his now dog wife, Peanut, finding a cozy dog house in the American Midwest. The credits rolled, showing both the names of the human body model and the dog head model. Boulder's Dalmatian sidekick's body was named Shane. I wanted Shane to get his attention.
Hey!
Oh, look at his name! I didn't get an answer. I leaned over. Shane's eyes were closed. He was breathing softly, the deep breaths of the vulnerable. I too breathed deeply, still mostly awake. The credits finished and the title screen began again. I quietly closed his laptop and tried to get up. Before I could, Shane grabbed my waist and pulled me back.
Hey.
Tomorrow's a Sunday. Sure, I won't mind. I smiled. Could he tell this is what I wanted? Okay. I laid down next to him. Still have butterflies? More than ever. Me too. If things could stay like this forever, I would be the happiest person alive. I snuggled into Shane's arms and fell asleep much faster than I thought. Yes! And that is how you woo Shane. Well, this was a great route. Indeed. This was indeed an interesting route. The, definitely a tsundere route. For sure. That route also seemed a little bit shorter than... Well, okay, maybe it was as long as John's route, honestly. It's weird. And also a distinct lack of Mimi bothering us, which I find nice. Maybe because she figured that, oh, Shane will kill us already. Doesn't matter, does it? But alas, I have done this. I am near the very, very end of this game. And the very end of this route. Wow. So, Kanye West was a backer. That's good to know. Thank you, Hillicid, for presenting this. And I'm glad that you're thanking me for playing your game. Alright. Are you excited? Excited? Are you kidding me? I'm actually terrified. I've never been on a plane before, let alone flown 12 hours to the other side of the world. Shane chuckled, taking my hand in his. You'll love it. Once you're in the air, you'll get all the quiet time you want. And we'll be together. But that means if you crash, I'll lose my life and the life of the person who matters most to me all in one go. I guess there's nothing I can do to convince you. Shane leaned in and kissed me. As he did, my heart stilled. I lost myself in the comfort of his embrace. After a few seconds, he pulled away, a sly grin on his face. Feel better now? Maybe? I always have to kiss you every time you get nervous. Feels so much work, you know that? I shoved him, not even wanting to hear it. You'll have to get used to having me around. We'll be sharing a bed after all. Shane! I'm just saying, my family's house is tiny and they don't pretend like they don't know what young couples get up to. Shane! Shane grinned yet again at me. I'm just saying. The next day, I would be in England eating dinner with Shane's family, or more likely passed out from jet lag. He insisted I meet his family before we graduated from the academy. I had no idea why, but I had my hopes. Still, no matter what happened or what adventures we faced, I knew I could do it. Because Shane was by my side.
Asagao Academy, Normal Boots Club.
And we did it. Paul signs us off. Wow, that was great. There are still a couple more things that are left to be done in this game. I'll be back with those eventually, or soon, rather. In case you enjoyed this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope to see you all later, whether in the extras of this game or in one of my other Let's Plays. Sayonara.